Welcome back to Portland today. Researchers at Oregon State University are helping to help people in Texas learn about what toxic chemicals they were exposed to during Hurricane Harvey. Now they're using a special chemical detecting wristband.
Yes, and KGW's environmental reporter Keely Chalmers talked to scientists before they boarded a flight to Houston.
The chemicals go in and they don't come out.
Oregon State University professor Dr. Kim Anderson helped develop this wristband. It acts sort of like a sponge, but instead of liquids, it absorbs chemicals in the environment. Last week, her colleagues took the wristbands down to Houston and handed them out to nearly 200 residents. They'll wear the wristbands for 1 week and then send them back to Oregon State to be analyzed. The goal of the project is to find out exactly what chemicals Houston residents are being exposed to in Harvey's muddy aftermath. 13 Superfund sites flooded in the area during the hurricane. Dr. Anderson says community members there were asking for some way to measure their exposure to contaminants and welcomed this opportunity.
They may have been exposed to hundreds of unique chemicals that could have a deleterious effect. And so that's what some of the questions we're going to try to answer.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh,